Hi, this is Dale Buchanan, the host of Puppy Talk Podcast. Before we get started today, I wanted to let you know of my new book, The Complete Puppy Training Manual. It's available on Amazon in 4 formats: Kindle ebook, paperback, hardcover, and audiobook. You can find it on Amazon right now. It's called The Complete Puppy Training Manual, and I will put a link in the show notes of this episode. I'm Dale Buchanan, and this is Puppy Talk, the podcast that offers advice on how to raise a healthy, happy, and obedient puppy. This podcast is sponsored by Top Gun Dog Training. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast now so you don't miss a single episode of Puppy Talk. This is episode number 5 of Puppy Talk. Today, I'm going to talk about how to stop play biting. This is such a problem with some puppies and families that I get called in emergency situations to help fix this because the puppy is biting so hard on the kids and the family members that it's causing blood on their arms and hands, and they don't know how to control this, besides putting the puppy in the crate, and then they cry and whine all the time that they let the puppy out, and then it starts biting them up again. Now, this is not aggressive. This is not an aggressive puppy. Puppies that are 8, 10, 12, 14 weeks old, they don't know any better. They don't have the ability to control their bite. When the puppy is with the litter mates, when they open their eyes at 3 weeks, between 3 and 4 weeks, they start playing around with the litter mates, and they learn from the other puppies, their brothers and sisters, how hard they should be biting when they're playing. The sound that the other puppies are going to make is going to sound like this, yipe! And then it's going to let the puppy know that they're biting too hard. When the owners get the puppies, between 8 and 10 weeks or 12 weeks, whenever they get them, then they have to continue teaching bite inhibition because the puppy hasn't learned enough control of their jaw, and their razor-sharp puppy teeth can cause a lot of damage. So what do? I'm going to give you a method to control puppy biting right now. And it's a method that I use a lot with many behavior problems. That's called correct it and redirect it. And here's exactly what you do. Correct it and redirect it works like this. When the puppy's teeth start to touch any part of your skin, hands, arms, face, anything, you're going to do this sound, ah. And it's E-H, E-H, very quickly but very firmly. You're going to interrupt the puppy's train of thought, and then you're going to redirect that puppy to choose something else, to bite something else, a toy, bully stick, nylabone, anything else. You have to do this very quickly. You can't do the and then 3 minutes later give them something else to chew. You do it right away. Now, when I got Dixie and she was 10 weeks old and she started to play bite me, I prevented her from even associating that was a behavior that was acceptable in my house. The first time that her teeth touched my hands, my fingers, I corrected it immediately, and I never gave her an opportunity to associate that play biting was acceptable. But if you did not do that when you first got your puppy, this is the problem. The puppy has associated that it's acceptable. And then here's what most owners do, which doesn't work. No, stop, ow, off, don't do that. And then they call the name, Dixie, no, stop, down, leave me alone. Somebody come take this dog, bring her over there, do something with her, she's biting me too hard. And that's not good. Because what happens after that is the puppy gets more excited. You see, anytime we talk to a puppy when they're already excited, it makes them more excited. So we can't really do a lot of vocalization to the puppy at that point. Another thing that works very well is the leave it command. So a puppy starts to play bite the very second that their teeth touch your skin on your hand or your arm, if they're sitting there with you on the couch or you're on the floor with them, you go, leave it. And you have to say it just like that, leave it. And then it's going to startle the puppy. And then you give them something else to do. Sit. So it would be just like this. Leave it. Sit. Good girl. And then you give her a treat when she doesn't bite you. So you want to correct it, redirect it, reward when they do what you want them to do. You reward them with a toy or a bone or a treat when they do opposite behavior. And to be honest with you, you can use this technique for anything. Jumping, chewing, things in your house that you don't want. A lot of different ways that the leave it or the the correct it and redirect it can be used for many different applications. But right now, we're going to just talk about play biting, and then what you need to do is you have to follow this exactly. But the best thing to do is not let it get out of control. So let's talk a little bit about why puppies play bite. Puppies have no thumbs on their hands like we do. They have paws, they have no thumbs. They have only way for them to explore the world and to communicate and to learn about things is with their mouth. So they're picking things up with their mouth and they're learning from that. They learn from their nose. They learn from whatever they smell. They learn from things that they hear, and they learn from things that they get in their mouth. This is why puppies, when they go for a walk, they're picking up everything all over the ground because they have no other way to explore and learn about the world but through their mouth for physical objects. Of course, their nose is the most powerful, but their mouth, that's how they physically explore things, by picking it up. So they're play biting you because they are in a heightened state of excitement. Your puppy's never going to play bite you very hard or do anything bad when they're almost asleep and they're very tired. So another thing that you want to do is make sure that your puppy is tired. Make sure that you're not over-arousing them in the house. If you listen to the last podcast I did, which is FAQ from my TikTok page, and it talks about one person asked, and I answered it, how do I stop anxiety with my puppy? And my recommendation is have the house like a yoga studio or library. Outside, let them play and get, more excited and more aroused with other puppies at the park, daycare, things like that. But when you have the puppy inside, don't put them on the couch, get them all excited and start screaming, yay, hey, Dixie, hey, look at you, yay, look at you, such a good little girl. Well, because that's going to get them, that's going to get any puppy excited. And they get aroused and they start biting real hard and you've got a big problem on your hands. So don't do that if you don't want your puppy biting you. But if they do bite you, use the method that I just talked about, correct it and redirect it. To stop them, it's the correction, and then redirect it or leave it. Now, if you want to see me doing this, I have videos on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Check out my website, topgundogtraining.com. On the homepage, all of the links to the social media pages are right there. Or you can just go into the social media app and search for Top Gun Dog Training. And then look around for play biting examples. And you will see me personally teaching how to stop play biting. And it's not that hard. You just have to follow the rules that I'm presenting to you right now. If you have any more questions about this, feel free to contact me via the website, topgundogtraining.com. Thank you for listening to Puppy Talk. Have a great day. This is Dale Buchanan, host of Puppy Talk Podcast. I have an announcement of a new book that I just published called Potty Training Your Puppy. It's available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback, soon to be available on audiobook. You can find out all the details of this book using the link in the show notes. It's called Potty Training Your Puppy. It's a comprehensive book with a simple and effective way to help potty train your puppy, and it really works. Check out the link in the show notes.